Hello, good people. Welcome back to In Defense of the Awkward Moment. We're going to give you two for today. You're going to get both an unboxing and a product review. We're a little bit behind on doing things via the video. I apologize for that. But we're going to try to make up for it with a couple of rapid-fire updates here. Product we're looking at today is the Philips Norelco OneBlade. Woo! Woo! What amounts to an electric razor. When it comes to shaving, at least for guys, I suspect probably for girls as well, there's kind of a holy trinity in that we want it to shave very well, we want it to shave very quickly, and we don't want it to cost us a mint. The OneBlade is supposedly the answer to all three of those equations. In that all of the reviews, I'm jiggering with my light source here. I apologize, guys. We're a little bit dim, and I don't care for that. There we go. In any event, so you can retails for about $40, $35, $40, something like that. You can buy it from Amazon. You can get it in your Walmart or your Target or your whatever. But a lot of the material I've read online speaks really, really highly of this little gizmo. Philips Norelco has been in the game for quite a while, so I figured I would give it a shot. I've shaved with just about every kind of apparatus on the planet, from safety blades to straight razors to electric razors to your Bics to your Gillette regular old razors to the internet razor companies. I've tried them all. And I will precede not just my unboxing, but also my review by saying I really don't think there's any substitute for a good blade that you're holding in your hand and good lather or shave butter. My weapon of choice right now is Dollar Shave Club's 4-bladed razor for my head. They're 2-bladed razor for my face, and the Dr. Carver's shave butter for both surfaces, for fewer nicks and cuts and leaving it nice and good smelling and soft and not scaly when I'm all said and done. A great combination. Did a review of them a while ago. In any event, to the unboxing. This is just what feels like a 3-piece plastic shell here. This hard plastic ring around the outside and a top and a bottom, sealed with tape. So we're just going to go ahead and get rid of that now. Lots of tape. Lots of tape. Lots of tape. Good Lord Almighty, so much tape. I don't mean to be a Neanderthal about this, but I'm about to be a Neanderthal about this because, God. I'm clearly not smart enough to do this quickly. So I'm going to put you on hold. I'm going to figure out how to open this damn thing, and then when we come back, I'll explain it because, yeah. Victory is mine. So what you're going to want to do is take your favorite sharp object and get under the lip here, and you're going to want to run your knife all the way around the edge of this thing, and then when you do it, you just grab a hold of the clamshell and make with the ripping and the pulling up like that. And many things will fall out as they have just done. A package of your shaving guards for various lengths of hair. I'll hold these up to the light over here so that you can kind of see them. We have our requisite charging cable. We have the requisite instruction manual written in many, many different languages. We have an offer for a 2-pack of OneBlades, replacement blades inside. And when you get the back clamshell off, you'll see the back of the box here. At this point, the top of it can be taken off. Yes, I've had a fog machine. And you see inside of it our lovely razor and a third guard, which is held on. I don't just want to completely obliterate this thing, but we're getting close. So this third guard is held on over here. I'm retarded. This third guard is held in with sorcery. They really, really did a bang-up job on the packaging here, kids. Is that how this is supposed to work? Squeezy pushy, squeezy pushy. You can do those sound effects, whatever you want. Yeah, okay, so that's how that's supposed to work. On the back, you see these two tabs here. Squeezy until they pop, and then pushy, and your razor will separate from the front, just like that. Then you can take this little spare plastic piece and doink. Looks like your razor head is already on there. Tiny, thin little thing. Just a wafer of a razor head. Just a wee little wafer of a razor head. And then to get the guard out, I will not Hulk smash. I will not Hulk smash. To get the guard out, what you're going to want to do is just get your fingers in and squeeze top and bottom, and just lift the guard out like that. Wow, not a great packaging choice. They've got some adhesive here. Sorry, that's the middle finger. They've got some adhesive here holding the guard on, and some of that might transfer to that guard. Not a great packaging choice, Phillips. You guys have been doing this long enough. You should know better. I'm going to take my guard and put it in my bag of other guards. Like that. Yeah. Little razor, heads at the top, power button, nice bright green rubbery grip, charging dock at the bottom. Comes with a charge. Supposedly will run for 45 minutes between charges. 45 minutes. So we'll have to see how this works out. I'm about 24 hours away right now from. Yeah, I got a little something there. About 24 hours away from optimum shaving length, and then we'll give this thing a shave and see how it cooks. Come back after the break. Actually, I lied. Some other just really quick notes while I'm sitting here thinking about them. I took a look through the instruction manual. Normally, don't tend to do that. Not a gender joke there, but I really, it's an electric razor. You turn it on, you go like this, and it works. But read several sources online that said it really would behoove you to read the instruction manual for how to use the razor. Nothing particularly complicated in the instruction manual. If you're trying to shave, put the surface flat against your face, like that, straight up and down. But if you're trying to edge, use the edge of it, which generally makes sense. Press gently, long strokes, blah blah blah. Wet dry in the shower with gel or foam. Don't have to do anything to clean it. Just blow it off. Don't towel it dry because apparently this head is super duper fragile. We'll find out more about that when I actually do shaving with it. Interesting thing, a lot of these electrical razors tell you that the head is good for 6 months, but they never qualify it beyond that. I found it very, very interesting that Norelco actually does qualify it inside of their instructions. That they said that the blade is good for 4 months, based on 2 full face shaves a week. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I usually shave once every 3 days or so. Any sooner than that with my blade, and things get a little uncomfortable, I usually tend to end up not enjoying the experience quite as much, and sometimes damaging my pristine and porcelain features. So 2 shaves a week's not horrible for one of these things. especially if you're getting a real honest-to-God shave out of it. I thought that was really interesting. I wanted to go ahead and throw that into the video, but now there will be a break, and by break I mean the video is going to jump a little bit to a completely different scenario where I'm shaving my face, and we'll see how this thing does. I've tried to record this video 3 times now. The follow-up after that cut, it's about 16 hours later, and I was going to do a neat video showing you guys me shaving and look and how well it worked and my reactions, good or bad, and my Mac has eaten the last 2 videos that I've tried to make. So this is going to be with a little less flourish than I wanted it. I have had the opportunity now to test this wonderful Norelco OneBlade. And a couple of observations. First and foremost, the efficacy of this little razor is entirely dependent on whether or not you can keep your posture good and keep that blade flush against whatever your shaving surface is. If you don't keep it flush against that shaving surface, you run afoul of one of the trimming edges at the top or at the bottom, and it is, shall we say, less comfortable and less effective unless you're trying to, shave through scrub brush on your face, in which case it works remarkably well. Now, bearing that in mind, for the face, I have used many different types of electric razors, some with screens and some with rotating heads. For the price, for its efficacy, I will say, full stop, that that's probably the best electric razor I've ever used. If you can get over the learning curve of having to keep that thing flush against your face, it's probably the best electric razor that I've ever used. People with a pudgier face, like my own, will want to go a little bit slower with it and will want to do a little bit better job about keeping the skin under the chin taut when you're shaving. If your skin rolls and piles up in front of it, you'll run afoul of one of the trimming edges, and you can cut yourself. I know, because I did. Wasn't bad. Totally didn't feel it when it happened. Was quite surprised when I looked at my neck in a little bit better light and thought, oh, well, that's profuse. Gosh, what else? Yeah, probably the best electric razor for the money that I've bought. Certainly worth buying one of these and keeping as a portable item inside of your day bag if you do a lot of traveling, possibly even as a daily driver. Ladies may want to investigate this as a good razor, a good electric razor for the shower, with its wet, dry, with foam, with cream, with whatever. Go anywhere, do anything attitude. Not a bad little razor. The price is just incredible. $35 for a quality electric razor is good, and this. It's cordless, 45 minutes to a charge. Yeah, it takes about 8 hours to charge the battery fully, but plug it in when you're done with it, and don't ever bother charging the thing. Added little bits of functionality that I've tried to tout 3 times now. In spite of the fact that Norelco appears to have styled their razor after a jogging shoe, there is some function behind the form. The razor head, if you'll notice, is bright yellow around all of the edges. That makes it really easy to know exactly where this thing is on your face at all times when you're up here under your chin trying to do wet work. You know exactly where the borders of this thing were. Words. You know where this thing is at all times, so there should never be any misunderstandings about what you are and are not trimming at the time. So good design there. Some people might balk at the bright yellow, but really, I found it to be extraordinarily useful while I was shaving. I'm going to go ahead and stop this video here so that it imports, and we'll talk about more here in just a second. Success. Well, my video imported, but now I have a cat. Hello. I'm trying to do a thing right now. Would you mind? I'll tell you what. If you come up here with me, can I get back to... Come here. Oh, I know. This is Tinker, everybody. I didn't shave Tinker. Yeah, price for money. Pretty stinking good razor. Very versatile for what it's supposed to do. As far as the head, I did use it. I did use the razor on my head, and not a horrible job, but definitely something because of the contours of the head you have to work at a little bit more. In order to get a smoother shave, and you start to run into the problem that shaving head is so small, and my head is so big. There's so much room that you have to cover with that razor, and it just starts to become too time consuming. At that point, it starts to become just easier to go and get yourself a regular old piece of steel and cut your hair off that way. Something else, a peculiarity of this shaving system that I really hadn't bothered to consider how important and convenient this particular feature was in the past. Are we done now? Okay. No, can't just... There you go. No hair retention system with this. And I mentioned it earlier in the video, and I sort of dismissed it. But like any other kind of electric clipper, the hair that you cut off just sort of piles up at the top and the bottom of the head. And so randomly, as you're shaving or whatever, this clump of hair will go boop and drop. Now, of course, if you're a little bit more diligent about it, and you're shaking it off over the trash can or the sink or whatever, that will be less of a problem. But especially when you're shaving your head, if you're somebody who's only got a sparse amount of hair growth on top of your head, it'll be less of a problem because you're just really not going to collect that much hair. I shave my head because I enjoy my head being shaved. Obviously I've got some peaks here, so I am definitely losing my hair. But if I let my hair grow out, I could still grow a pretty full head of hair. So I have a lot of earthwork up here to shave, and it's definitely not something that you're going to want to do after you've gotten dressed in like business clothes or something, because it's a little messy. The face, it's not so bad as long as you're not, again, as long as you're not cutting through beard. But if you're just doing your daily shave, the face isn't so bad, and really quite happy with how close I was able to get with a minimum amount of effort. Very, very happy with the product overall. Just in terms of shaving my face, we'll probably keep using it to shave my face and just use my blades for my head to stretch that even further and to stretch the life of that razor even further. This tiny little small head, wonderful for the upper lip, getting up under the nose. That was super duper easy to do. Wow, Kat, thank you for getting all this hair on my desk. That's awful. I wish I had a more comprehensive video to show you guys. I'm really kind of frustrated that the Mac ate it, but in general, as far as the review goes, if you're looking for a good electric razor to shave your face, to shave your legs, to shave your other things, this thing ain't that bad. And for $35, it's worth taking a spin on to see how you feel about it. Again, the heads aren't prohibitively expensive. I can't remember if I mentioned that or not in this video. The replacement heads for these things are about $15 a piece, which comes out to be about the same amount of money that you pay for your 4-pack of razor heads from Dollar Shave Club. This is, excuse me, way more convenient than having to get a razor out and cream and this and that and the other. Way less irritation to the skin. Again, it's not quite as close as a blade. Nothing's going to be as close as a blade, but I will say it's close enough. And once you get over the learning curve, it's an impressive piece of technology for $35. Anybody who's curious about it or who currently uses an electric razor, I really do encourage you to give one of these a spin.